arguing that Kelsey Mitchell wasn't brilliant. She was there was a 10-game stretch where she was a off-the-ball phenom. Kelsey Mitchell had the most recognition she has ever had. Like, Kelsey Mitchell has been a bucket since Ohio State.
You know what's crazy? Sheryl Swoopes, the WNBA legend, just called out the Fever for not appreciating Kelsey Mitchell. But here's the thing, Mitchell's been killing it this season. Career highs left and right, more followers on social media, and Fever fans can't stop talking about her. So what's going on here? Is Swoopes out of touch, or is there something we're all missing? Let's break down why this basketball icon might be way off the mark about one of the hottest players in the league right now. You know what's wild? Sheryl Swoopes just dropped a bombshell about Kelsey Mitchell. She's saying the Fever didn't give Mitchell enough credit. Can you believe that?
And personally, here's where I think they didn't do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, who's an unrestricted free agent, because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season.
It's like Swoopes is watching a completely different season. Let's break this down. Mitchell's been on fire this year. We're talking career highs left and right. Her scoring, through the roof. Her shooting percentage, off the charts. It's like Mitchell found a cheat code for basketball and nobody told Swoopes about it.
They think that the Fever not giving the ball to Kelsey Mitchell and letting her take 17 dribbles and shoot a sidestep along two.
So what's Swoopes thinking? Is she watching the same games we are? Because from where I'm sitting, Mitchell's been impossible to ignore. She's been lighting up the scoreboard like it's her personal playground. You want numbers? I've got numbers. Mitchell's averaging over 18 points per game. That's not just good, that's elite. And her efficiency? It's like she's playing a different sport.
She's shooting off the spot-ups, when she's shooting off cuts, and when she's running the floor, she is the most efficient guard in the W. The problem is that the box score doesn't show that.
She's hitting nearly 45% of her shots from the field. That's insane for a guard who takes as many shots as she does. But you know what's even crazier? There was this 10-game stretch where Mitchell was absolutely unstoppable. She was playing like one of the best shooting guards in the entire WNBA. Defenders couldn't touch her. It was like watching a highlight reel in real time. So here's the deal. Swoopes is way off base. Mitchell's not just getting recognition, she's getting more love than ever before. Fans are chanting her name. Social media's blowing up every time she touches the ball.
Sheryl Swoopes believes the Fever didn't do a very good job recognizing Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure Sheryl Swoopes has said enough dumb things over the last 6 months.
The Fever are building their whole game plan around her. But you know what? This story's just getting started. Mitchell's doing things on the court that are changing the whole game. And I'm not just talking about her scoring. There's a whole other side to her play that Swoopes isn't seeing. It's like Mitchell's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Remember when basketball was all about who had the ball? Mitchell's flipping that idea on its head. She's terrorizing defenses without even touching the rock. It's like she's playing a whole different sport out there. And the craziest part? Her teammates are eating it up. Let's talk about what Swoopes is missing. It's not just about Mitchell scoring anymore. She's got a secret weapon, and it's changing the whole game for the Fever. Picture this. Mitchell's moving without the ball like a pro. She's cutting, she's spotting up, she's relocating. It's like watching a chess master at work.
If Kelsey Mitchell was not open, she literally would dribble the ball out and give it back to Caitlin.
Always 3 moves ahead of everyone else on the court. You know what's wild? Defenders can't keep up. Mitchell's always 1 step ahead, finding gaps in the defense that nobody else even sees. It's like she's got a 6th sense for where to be on the court. And when she gets to that spot, bang! The ball's in her hands and it's 2 points before the defense even knows what hit them. But here's where it gets really crazy. When Mitchell's off-ball game is on point, her shooting percentages go through the roof. We're not just talking good, we're talking elite. She becomes one of the most efficient guards in the league.
Arguing that Kelsey Mitchell wasn't brilliant. There was a 10-game stretch where she was a off-the-ball phenom.
It's like she's found a cheat code for basketball. And you want to know the best part? This isn't just making Mitchell better, it's making the whole Fever team better. When Mitchell's moving like this, it opens up the court for everyone else. Suddenly, players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston are getting wide open looks. It's like Mitchell's got her own gravitational pull, dragging defenders away from her teammates. So here's the deal. Mitchell's off-ball movement isn't just a nice bonus. It's become the key to the Fever's whole offense. It's not about iso ball anymore. It's about movement. It's about teamwork. It's about finding the open player. And Mitchell? She's at the center of it all. So you thought Mitchell was just changing her game? That's cute. The Fever are completely reinventing basketball around her. Imagine a team that doesn't just rely on their star player, but actually weaponizes her every move. That's what's happening in Indiana, and it's about to turn the WNBA upside down. Let's talk about how the Fever are using Mitchell's skills. It's genius, really. You know how some teams just give the ball to their star and hope for the best? Not the Fever. They've built their whole offense around Mitchell's strengths.
Kelsey Mitchell had the most recognition she has ever had. Like, Kelsey Mitchell has been a bucket since Ohio State.
It's like they've unlocked a cheat code in a video game. Here's what's wild. When Mitchell's not holding the ball, she's even more dangerous. You'd think a star player needs the ball in her hands to make an impact, right? Wrong. Mitchell's running circles around defenders, creating space and opportunities for her teammates. It's like she's got a map of the court that no one else can see. The Fever are using her off-ball skills to create chaos for other teams. It's beautiful to watch. Defenders are scrambling, trying to keep up with Mitchell as she cuts and weaves through the court. And while they're focused on her, guess what happens? Her teammates get wide open looks. It's like Mitchell's got a superpower that makes everyone around her better. And get this, Mitchell's not just scoring anymore. Her court vision has gone through the roof. When she's not open, she's passing the ball back to teammates like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. It's like she's evolved into this complete player who cares more about the team's success than her own stats. You know what's crazy? This strategy isn't just making Mitchell look good. It's making the whole team flow better. The ball's zipping around the court, players are moving constantly, and suddenly the Fever's offense looks unstoppable. It's like they've cracked the code of modern basketball.
Kelsey Mitchell is a better flat-out scorer than both of them. And that is where the team really needs to work to their strengths. That's where Kelsey Mitchell can work to her strengths.
So here's the deal. The Fever aren't disrespecting Mitchell at all. They're maximizing her impact in a whole new way. They've looked at her skills and thought, how can we use this to make our entire team better? And boy, have they figured it out. Remember when people used to say one player couldn't change a team? Well, Kelsey Mitchell just proved them dead wrong. The Fever are evolving faster than anyone thought possible, and you won't believe the ripple effect it's having on every single player. Let's talk about how Mitchell's game is changing everything for the Fever. You know how one superstar can lift an entire squad? That's Mitchell right now. She's not just playing well, she's making everyone around her better. It's like she's got this magical basketball aura that's spreading to every corner of the court. Here's the crazy part. Mitchell's off-ball movement is opening up the court for everyone else. It's like she's got this gravitational pull on defenders. They're so scared of leaving her open that they're sticking to her like glue. And guess what happens when they do that? Players like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston are getting wide open looks.
No, she was the second best player this season for the Indiana Fever. Like, she's going to get a max contract, cord max contract. She would give it back to Caitlin or give it to Aaliyah. And that is why she was so successful.
It's like Mitchell's playing decoy, and her teammates are feasting on it. But you know what's even wilder? Mitchell's game is evolving right before our eyes. She's not just looking for her own shot anymore. We're seeing better passing, smarter decision-making. It's like she's unlocked a new level in her basketball skills. Imagine a player who can score at will suddenly becoming a playmaker too. That's Mitchell right now, and it's terrifying for the rest of the league. Check this out. Mitchell's improved court vision is leading to some insane plays. She's creating opportunities for her teammates that weren't there before. It's like she's got eyes in the back of her head or something. One minute she's cutting through the defense, the next she's dishing out a no-look pass to a wide-open teammate. The Fever's offense is looking more dynamic and unpredictable than ever. So here's the deal. Mitchell's not just a scorer anymore. She's become the heart of the Fever's offense. Everything revolves around her, even when she doesn't have the ball. It's like watching a master conductor lead an orchestra. Mitchell moves and the whole team responds. You want to know what's really crazy? This is just the beginning. The Fever are building something special here, and Mitchell's at the center of it all. The rest of the WNBA better watch out, because this team is on the rise. And with Mitchell leading the charge, who knows how far they can go.